Moments ago, after days of silence, Russian President Vladimir Putin responded to CNN's exclusive investigation, along with Bellingcat, into an assassination attempt in Russia. CNN's exclusive investigation uncovered evidence that Russia's security service, the FSB, formed an elite team specializing in nerve agents that trailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny for years. Navalny was poisoned with Novichok in August and nearly died. CNN's Clarissa Ward, who broke this story, is live in Moscow, where Putin is still speaking. And Clarissa, kind of chest thumping in defiance over this report.
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult when President Putin gives an answer. It's invariably long-winded, and you have to spend at least 10, 20 minutes translating it into English and then translating it in your brain to try to understand what he's exactly saying. But the sort of grist of it is that he's not refuting any elements, really, of our report except for the actual poisoning. So what he said was essentially that Alexei Navalny, although he doesn't say his name, Alexei Navalny is apparently in cahoots or working with U.S. intelligence agencies. And as a result of that, it's normal, essentially, that the FSB, the security services, will be following him. I just give you the exact quote. He says, "Of course, our special services need to keep an eye on him, but that doesn't mean he needs to be poisoned. Who needs him anyway? If they wanted to, they probably would have finished it." So that's pretty ominous there, but it does seem to underscore what he's saying is that, no, there's nothing incorrect about our reporting in terms of this FSB team trailing Navalny's every move for many years. What he doesn't answer, though, John, the crucial question is, why would you have an FSB team trailing him who have experts in chemical agents and who are in regular contact with the Signal Institute, a laboratory here in Moscow that is known to research and develop Novichok? That part of the question he did not answer.
And if he wasn't poisoned, what happened to him? Why did he almost die? Why was he so, terribly sick? So has Alexei Navalny responded yet to what Putin said, Clarissa?
He hasn't responded yet, but it will be interesting to see. I'm sure he would have expected this. And really, one of the most remarkable things about the way Putin deals with the topic of Alexei Navalny, who is really the only prominent opposition leader in Russia who is a persistent critic of President Putin, is to never mention his name. So today in the press conference, he kept referring to him only as the patient in the Berlin hospital. He never said Navalny's name out loud. And I think really that goes to show just how much of a threat Putin actually thinks that Navalny is. The fact that he refuses to say his name and that he really wants to cast him as somehow being a stooge of the CIA, a stooge for U.S. intelligence services, who he really blames for this whole incident.
You know, I did travel down that long, winding road of Putin's response, looking at the translation. What struck me, in addition to the fact that he never used Navalny's name, like you point out, he really seemed to know a lot about what your report says. This is something he has clearly been put in front of him in great detail. It gives you a sense of the impact of this, Clarissa.
I think that's absolutely true. And I think the fact that we didn't hear a word for 2.5 days, basically, other than one flippant remark from the foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, tells you that they've really been mulling over how to respond to this. And even the way the question